Hello, this is Mr. Evilcheese, and this is my review of the Star Wars Black Series 6-inch scale Chirrut Imwe action figure made by Hasbro. And there's the box. And there's a giant hand picking it up. And it looks pretty cool in the box. I like the picture they used. I usually like the art down here. And you can see he is number 36. And there's a little description on the back. Deeply spiritual, Chirrut Imwe believes all living things are connected through the Force. Though he lacks Force abilities, his sightless eyes do not prevent him from being a highly skilled warrior monk. Yeah. I don't know. I thought he did have a Force ability because, unless he was just bullshitting or thought he had a Force ability, but remember when he said that he could sense that Andor was about to go kill somebody because there was like a dark aura or something around them? I mean, maybe that's not the Force he's using, but it could be. A little bit. I don't know. Maybe even his awesome fighting abilities, even though he's blind, is a little bit as a result of the Force. It could be. Maybe. Just a little bit. I'm saying he's got a little bit of Force ability. Not just he can fight good. That's my take on it. I don't care what they say. He's got a little bit of Force ability. Alright, let's open this guy up. So there he is, opened up and out of the package. And I think this figure is really cool. Looking at him, I just looked over him briefly, and I really like it. I really like the mixture of cloth. Like, sometimes I don't like the cloth on the figures, but this one I do like. And overall, I think the sculpt's pretty damn good on him. I'm pretty happy with him. He comes with the two weapons you see him use in the movie. His stick and his, whatever this gun is. Reminds me of Chewbacca's crossbow type gun. It's kind of weird, but it's cool that it's weird. Yeah, this guy, Chirrut, he was one of the coolest characters in that movie. Some people consider him to be the coolest. He's actually my second favorite. I like K2SO the most. I really liked him. He would be a close second for me though. I did like him a lot. His chanting, I know a lot of people liked his chanting. His chanting annoyed me. I don't know. I was tired. I only seen the movie once and I was tired. That could have been why it annoyed me so much. I don't know. But I just got sick of hearing him say that same line over and over again. Oh, and Darth Vader doesn't count. He doesn't count as one of the people that I would pick as my favorites because he's Darth Vader and he's not, it's not his movie. And he's, you know, that's not fair. Now looking over the actual figure, I think the sculpt on his face is really nice. Now one thing that's a problem with with a lot of the Black Series is sometimes the sculpt is good but the paint's not as good. But for him I think they could have did a little shading on there. I mean they never do anymore, but that's the only thing I would say. Other than that, I think the sculpt looks good and the paint's very simple. It's basically they just paint on his hair, eyes, and eyebrows. And I think it looks good. It looks like him. I do wish they would paint faces more though, like they did with the first series. You can see he painted his neck, the skin color, because you can see a little bit of the black plastic in there. It's not too noticeable though. Right there's a little bit of mess up on mine, on his neck. But then you got this belt piece, which is a separate piece that wraps over and attaches this plastic cape or cloth, whatever you want to call that, hanging there. It's got this little thing here, little device, and there you can see his soft goods, as they're often called. It's got the black with the stripe, which is cool, and the little danglies over here. And then here he's got his red cloth underneath, which is cool. Then he's got his baggy ninja pants, I guess monk pants actually. And down to his little feet. And up here in his arms, you can see his arms are different, which I never noticed until I looked at his figure. It's got like his monk robe on this arm, and over here it's like a little more, looks a little more like a uniform. It's got whatever that little piece is there, and then some kind of gadget on his arm. Looks pretty cool to me. And you can see there's some detail in his shirt. Got that rib texture there. So, yeah, they did a pretty decent job on the sculpt of this guy. I think it looks good. And as for paint on the body, there isn't a whole lot to go over. I mean, there's a paint on this thing, on his belt, which is pretty simple. I mean, there's paint there, paint on his forearm device, and right there in his hand. And that's about it for paint. I mean, they did a decent job of it. The only part of the paint that I think's a little messed up is, like I said, right there on his neck. Looks like his eyes are pretty good. Looks maybe they could have painted a little more of his eyebrow on there. But yeah, for the most part, sculpt and paint are good in this guy. Now let's take a look at his accessories a little closer. Let go of it, man! Jeez. Okay. So here's his stick. Oh wait, I don't know, did this comes apart. Cool. Is that just to get in his hand? Or is he actually taking it apart in the movie? I've only seen it once, like I said, and it's been a while. I don't remember if he splits that in half or not. But that's cool. Looks like it's made of wood, some metal parts. And he's supposed to have, what is it, the kyber crystal that are used to make lightsabers. He's supposed to have a sliver of it inside of there. Somewhere in his stick, I think it's in there, which supposedly helps him with his fighting, which that's cool. So I mean, that's got to be a little bit of his force sensitivity abilities. But yep, that's cool. We came with this. If he didn't come with it, then that would be really messed up. But here's his gun, which that's another thing. He's able to fire his gun accurately and hit targets even though he's blind. And it's cool, it has articulation. You can make it like that, or like that, or even like that. But why would you do that? Because not just one solid color. It looks like there's 3 colors. That weird tannish color that the plastic is. Then there's some gold and some grayish, maybe more like gunmetal gray. And you can see the side handle because of the weird way he holds this gun. And I'll put that in his hands in a little bit. But it's pretty cool. I like it. So there he is holding his gun. And he holds it pretty well. He's got a little trigger finger on that hand. And that hand fits on there easily. That looks pretty cool. See, that's, I'll probably display him with his stick, his bow, his staff, whatever it is. But this is also a cool look too. So I don't know, it's going to be like, man, I kind of wish I could display them both, but I don't want to buy 2 figures just to do that. But, yep, I like that gun. It's very different. And there's another pose of him holding the gun. Because I've seen him holding this gun different ways. Now for articulation. See, his head can go back and forth like that. Spin around. Sort of go side to side. Over here in this arm, go up. Spin there at the elbow. Also go like that. Spin at the wrist. Go like that. I'll do this arm too, just because it's shaped differently. But go out like that. Then here at the elbow, it can spin. Go up about that far. Then at the wrist, it can spin. And then hinge joint. So it's pretty much the same as the other arm. Then somewhere at the torso here, it's a spin. It's hidden underneath the cloth there. Does he go back and forward? He doesn't go back and forward. Then at the hips, kicks out like that. Kicks out to the side like that. It's cut up here where it can spin at the leg. Double jointed knees. And it looks like even though he's got big bulky pants, the double jointed knees still work really good. Then down at the ankle, it's got the usual hinge and pivot. He has pretty good articulation. I'm happy with it. And you can get him in a lot of cool different poses with this stick. I'm going to call it a stick. That's my official name for it. Stick. And there's Chirrut next to a couple of his comrades from the movie. You got Jen, Cassian, and K2SO. I also have Baze Malbus, but I haven't reviewed him yet, so he's still in the package. So I really do like this figure. I don't have very many problems with it. The only thing that I noticed just before I started this part of the video was when you try to get him down low, this kind of interferes with the, you know, hit the ground and kind of mess with them. But yeah, it's not too bad. But I really like the sculpt. I like the way they use the soft goods. I like the paint. I like the weapons. It's cool that you got this gun and it actually is articulated. And he's got a stick, of course, which can split into two. And I think it actually looks like the guy. It actually looks like the actor that played him. So that's really awesome. I'm pretty happy with this figure. Well, this is Mr. Evilcheese. Thanks for watching and goodbye. Hey, fear nothing. All is as the Force wills it. Dude, we're like wearing armor, so hitting us with a stick isn't really gonna do anything. Son of a bitch.
Oh, damn it, man. You see them other pictures there? Why don't you click on one of them to see the video? Or you could subscribe, Nate. Oh,